Futcrunch is one of the biggest football YouTubers in the world, and he spent a lot of his time asking some of the biggest footballers in the world for their Dream 11s. But it's time to put him on the spot. Now, we want to know his Dream 11, and we're going to see how it does against the Premier League. And if his Dream 11 doesn't finish top 4, then we are sending Futcrunch to the Hall of Shame. Shame! Shame! Shame!
Right, hear me out, Zealand. You asked me for my Futcrunch Dream 11, and here it is. I'm gonna read it out. Goalkeeper, Thibaut Courtois.
This is a pretty obvious pick. I feel like it used to be more of a conversation for who is the best goalkeeper in the world, but it's hard to argue against Courtois when he's at his best. This one makes complete sense.
Right back, Hakimi.
Hakimi's a freak athlete. He can do it all. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this pick. Now, you might want to go with a different right back if you want a different type of system, but we'll get to his tactics later.
Centre-back partnership, Van Dijk and Konate.
Virgil van Dijk, not a surprise, right? Futcrunch is a Liverpool fan, so we probably should have seen at least one Liverpool player coming, and Virgil van Dijk fits that bill. If you were going to take one Liverpool player and put them in a Dream 11 from all the players in the world right now, it would probably be Van Dijk. Or Salah. We'll see if he's in the team later. The other center back, Ibrahima Konate. Okay. He's gone double Liverpool at the center back positions. Now, I don't know if I would have gone double Liverpool at the center back positions, but it's not my Dream 11, so what am I being too critical about here? I mean, Liverpool won the freaking Premier League last year.
At left back, I want my boy Nuno Mendes.
So we've only got two clubs represented in the whole back four with Hakimi and Mendes of PSG, Konate and Van Dijk from Liverpool. Hakimi's been there for years. Mendes has been a quick riser. His ability to shut down the likes of Lamine Yamal has definitely put him in the conversation for the best left back in the world. And to be honest, there has been a lack of fantastic left backs in world football recently. So that shoe was open to be worn.
Midfield, I want Caicedo, Vitinha, and Valverde.
Defensive midfielder in a 4-3-3, which is the formation that Futcrunch has selected, Moises Caicedo. A year ago, this would have been completely insane. Moises Caicedo was bordering on a $120 million bust, but he has come good as one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. I still feel like it's a reach to put him in the defensive midfield spot in your Dream 11, but we'll see how it works out for him. Fede Valverde, this is, to me, in a lot of ways, an obvious choice. If you're looking for somebody that's box to box, that can do it all, the Swiss Army knife, play everywhere on the field midfielder, there is nobody better in world football than Fede Valverde to take that position. Excellent selection. Vitinha. Futcrunch showing a lot of love to PSG, and that's not a bad team to show a lot of love to, considering by almost every measure, except for the Club World Cup final, they are the best team in the world right now. And a big reason for that is how good their freaking midfield is, and Vitinha is a big reason for that. And he is more of a playmaker type player than Fede Valverde, and so they should complement each other pretty well.
Right wing Dembele, striker Mbappe, and on left wing, my boy Vinicius.
And it is not Mo Salah. It is Ousmane Dembele. I know he was a bit of a no-show at the Club World Cup, but to be perfectly honest, I don't care. He's my Ballon d'Or favorite for this year. He has had an incredible resurgence, and when you watched him play in the Champions League, he was the guy that was out there making the difference the most. He's become what Barcelona thought they were buying, and if you're looking for the best right wing in the world, it's probably going to be Lamine Yamal in a year or two, but right now, I'm probably going Ousmane. Probably. Vinicius Jr. is just a Rolls-Royce player, right? He's divisive about whether he's the best player in the world or not, but what is clear is that he is one of the best players in the world, and he is a player that Real Madrid is largely determined to keep and put in that role, and they're just trying to figure out how to get him to balance with Kylian Mbappe. But Vinicius Jr. is a massive difference maker. He is an elite all-around player, and according to Futcrunch, the best left wing in the world. Then there's the striker position, and that is where Futcrunch has selected Kylian Mbappe. There are options here. Lewandowski's in incredible form. Erling Haaland is Erling Haaland, right? You could even go off the beaten path a little bit and say maybe a Victor Gyökeres pick if you're looking for form. But Kylian Mbappe is that dude. And even though he's not a pure out-and-out center forward, he likes to play a bit of a different role. He can play there, and he can still be incredibly effective.
It wouldn't be a team without a bench, so here's the bench too. Desiree Doué, Jude Bellingham, Trent, Cole Palmer, Rodri, Militao, and Cristiano Ronaldo. He better come on in some games, okay?
We should have known. We should have known. He's a Ronaldo homer to the end. We'll see if he's got one more good run in the Premier League in those legs. He's backing up Kylian Mbappe. Now, for the purposes of testing Futcrunch's team, his side has taken over Southampton. And because this isn't a full 25 and you need a full 25 for the season, we've got some of the greatest hits from Southampton's team on the bench to help out. Ramsdale's the backup goalkeeper, Harwood Bellis, Walker Peters, Kamaldeen Sulemana, Joe Aribo, Wellington, Paul Onuachu, all these guys make up the bottom of the bench, but they're likely not going to play considering the talent ahead of them. And now it's time for tactics, and Futcrunch has given me some instructions.
Let's start with goalkeeper. He has no instructions. My fullbacks, make them attacking fullbacks, but I don't know if there is a way that when you make one attack, the other one defends. That would be ideal. Caicedo is my CDM. Imagine him as Kante, so just make him play like Kante, but he's from Ecuador. Vitinha, just make him play like Modric or something in Real Madrid. And Valverde is Valverde. He will run up and down covering everyone. The center backs don't need instructions, I guess. I am not playing a high line, I'll tell you that. We sit deep and, you know, we relax. We do not want Van Dijk to do a lot of running. Just copy whatever Arne Slot does with both center backs. And then whatever Luis Enrique does with both fullbacks, I guess. On the attack though, the plan is to give the ball to Vini as many times as humanly possible. And to make sure that Mbappe is always running in behind so he can get a lot of through balls. He will love all the balls he's gonna receive in the games. And Dembele is just my wild card, I don't know. He gets the ball every now and then too. To sum my attacking up is give every ball to Vini and Mbappe and then pray.
Okay, I think we can start to make this work. But Futcrunch had one other request. Is there no pray on the sideline tactic? Maybe bring a priest to the match. I offered to, of course, add the Pope to the game, to which he said, call him Francisco. That Pope was cute. So with some slight modifications, we have added the Holy Father, Pope Francis, to the game. He's got 20 vision, 20 work rate, 20 determination, and 20 composure as the third string goalkeeper. His personality is driven. That tracks. But the fun selecting the team phase is over. How does Futcrunch's Dream 11, plus the Pope, match up against the Premier League?
Good luck, and I hope my team wins everything, or else I will be very disappointed. I'll blame it all on you. Okay.
Let the season begin. First match away against Brighton and Hove Albion, and after a dominant performance, we get to the 91st minute. Oh, it's It's Virgil van Dijk for Futcrunch. Unbelievable! But the start to the season hasn't been all roses. A 1-1 draw at home against Ipswich Town, a 2-1 loss on the road against Liverpool with just a late goal from Cristiano Ronaldo, and 1-1 draws with Arsenal and Crystal Palace. Hey, that's FA Cup champion Crystal Palace to you. Watch it, buddy. The results have Futcrunch's team sitting in 11th after 6 matches. Surely it's going to pick up. After another draw, they desperately needed a strong performance against Newcastle. 0-0 at halftime, but then Ibrahima Konate. Oh, Vitinha! And then Kylian Mbappe for Fede Valverde set up the start of a winning streak for Futcrunch's team. They beat Everton, they beat Tottenham, they beat Fulham in the EFL Cup 4th round. Then they lost to Manchester United, but that's okay. Manchester United is on top of the league right now. What? Futcrunch's team has progressed up to 7th, and they're still going in the cups. But it would be December that we would finally see what Futcrunch's Dream 11 could do. Because in December, they had 7 matches, and they won 6 of them, 5 of them by multiple goals. Hello! And it would be Kylian Mbappe that would lead the charge. He starts the month with a hat trick against Bournemouth. And then he keeps it going, scoring at least 1 goal in all 6 of those wins and ending the month with a ridiculous 4-goal performance against Fulham. He completed the hat trick inside 16 minutes. Oh, he completed the 4 goals inside 19. And just in case you're saying he's noob stomping, he scored both goals in a huge 2-1 win against Manchester City. A result that's got Futcrunch's Dream 11 into the top 4, behind Manchester United, Aston Villa, and Arsenal. It's a weird year. They're also headed to a League Cup semi-final against Crystal Palace. The problem is, in the first leg of that semi-final, Team Futcrunch would lose 2-0. They didn't get a shot on target against Crystal Palace. Eddie Nketiah bagged not 1, but 2 goals to give Crystal Palace the advantage. And then in the second leg, Eddie Nketiah did it again. 3-0 on aggregate, but Team Futcrunch would turn it on. Achraf Hakimi taking it to the net, going top bins. Kylian Mbappe from the penalty spot. It's 3-2 on aggregate. Vitinha with a screamer in the 77th. 3-3 on aggregate. And then Trent, corner taken quickly. It's Rodri! Oh, I say! This created a League Cup final between Futcrunch's Dream 11 and his team, Liverpool. And it was all Futcrunch's Dream 11. Vinny Jr. got it started early in the 14th minute. Oh, it's Vinny again. It's Vinny again. He's got Vitinha. The defense is in shambles, and it's 2-0. Oh, that's something. It's been a controlled performance for Team Futcrunch. And it's Mbappe! Oh! Team Futcrunch would cruise to a 4-1 win, bringing home silverware. Turns out this Dream 11 has a lot of composure for the big matches, the finals. The league kept rolling along as well, but they couldn't close the distance on Aston Villa. Manchester United has collapsed, of course. They're down to 5th, but Villa is running away at the top of the league, and Manchester City has jumped up into 3rd. This means Futcrunch's dream team's looking likely to not win the Prem, but they would put together a late charge, finishing just 3 points behind your Premier League champions, Aston Villa. So they finished above all the big 6, but Villa's surprise championship run with just 4 losses was enough. Futcrunch's dream team did finish with the highest goal difference though, so there's that. The team was inspired by a ridiculous season from Kylian Mbappe, who dropped 41 goals. Nuno Mendes also led the league in assists with 12. They also made the FA Cup final, but they didn't have as much luck. Still, 1 piece of silverware, a 2nd place finish, 2 cup finals. Thanks to Futcrunch for submitting his Dream 11. Comment below who you'd like to see next, and I'll see you guys on stream.